Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone Talks on the Knoll Zone. I hope you're all doing very well indeed. All the emails have been sent out, and we'll have a special joining us as well. Obviously, we're going to be talking a little bit about Doctor Who, a couple of casting announcements and stuff like that. As I said, we're just waiting on uh, the panelists to come in. And when they do, we'll bring them on. As I said, we will have someone joining us a little bit later on as well. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we got someone in the chat. Yeah, PD says I've no email here. No email. I'll send it again. I'll send it again. I'll send it again. Right. Well, you might be the first one on now if I send it to you quick enough. Um, so just bear with me. Bear with me. Just give us a second. It's actually really cold tonight. Um, you know, temperatures really dropped over the last couple of nights. Winter is definitely upon us. Of course, everybody's losing the plot. Oh, we got a worst storm. No, it wasn't. I grew up during the 80s, 90s, and we had some actually worse storms back then. I love how all the lefties, they changed the, the narrative of this gone by. Half of them weren't even born. They think like they know what the weather was like, but yet they forget that some of us were actually at the time. Uh, I remember the Beast from the East. I mean, that's probably the worst storm that we've had in a long time. But even then, we had 4 foot of snow in the early 80s. So again, it's all scary, fear mongering crap that goes on all the time with these people. Uh, but we've got one other guest in the studio. We'll wait for the rest. Bobby is in the chat as well. Welcome, Bobby. Don't forget to like the stream, folks, including the guests that are coming on. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. It helps with the algorithm. But as I said, yeah. So madness. Anyway, as I said, we'll just wait on the rest of the guests pop in. I better just make sure, check Facebook real quickly there, just in case there's been any other delays. Or maybe it's just my internet. I don't know what's going on. It's always when I stream on this channel, it never happens on the other channel. It's mad that. There you go. What can you do? What can you do? I'm just checking now, just in case I did get sent a message. Say if anybody was late, I should be, so busy getting the camera stable and stuff. Let me see. I've got 4 messages on Facebook anyway, so better check them out. It's just taking ages to load. So I suppose the first bit of news I have for you is dropped an hour ago. Original Daleks now in colour take home the Doctor Who's first encounter with the most iconic enemies in time and space when the Daleks releases on DVD and Blu-ray in February 2024. Okay, so yeah, it's lucky I did actually check me messages, so that's okay. Queen Charlotte won't be joining us tonight, guys. Obviously, she's busy today, so she's a little bit tired and stuff like that. So we will move on. We will have a guest on with us as well. PD, did you get that email? If so, let me know in the chat. Anyway, let's. Oh, there he is. Great. Cute. Right, let's bring him on. So it's going to be an all men's stream tonight, unfortunately. But that's how it goes. You know, Charlotte is busy as well. But she will be back, of course, as you know, for the Classic Who. So come and join us for that. Bring on our guests who are joining me tonight. But we'll start with our regular guest who joins us every week. It's the one and only PD Rich.
Yeah, well, I'm not busy, but hey, I'm not busy now. So there we go. Oh, you didn't want to be on that show, no? That's all I'm saying.
Maybe not.
Not going to
Let's try that again.
much. Yeah.
Oh, no,
I'm not going to put too
go.
much dirty water over the internet, but you didn't want to be on that show. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't even hear any of that because you came in and then it kicked you back out again, according to me. But there you go. Anyway, welcome, PD. Nice to have you. We got two special guests. We got one with us now, and we'll have another one joining us after they finish their tea, apparently. So we'll have to wait for him and his arrival. But anyway, we've got Cinnamon Toast Crunch also joining us tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, buddy.
And there we go. Children in Need this Friday, Doctor Who skit, Jordan. Yeah, well, I don't have BBC, so I'll have to wait until it
it'll get uploaded on YouTube, I'm sure.
YouTube or something, yeah. But as I said there an hour ago, original Daleks now in colour. The Daleks releases on DVD and Blu-ray in February 2024, so it's not even that long away. So they're really throwing out the merchandise. I've noticed that there's been a pickup on merchandise sales as well. That can't be denied. But they're putting out a lot of classic stuff and a lot of the Tenon era stuff, and it seems to be doing very well. I'm not really, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really a fan of these classic stories being colorized. But
not at all here as well.
I've got to ask you guys if you are a fan. So I'll start with you, PD. Are you a fan of colorized stories of classic Who episodes?
No, I think it's a stupid idea, to tell the honest truth. People should just learn to watch things in monochrome personally, because that's historical. I think it just takes the piss, really, if you ask me. I mean, we had all this fight with George Lucas about it back in the 70s, so what the hell are they doing, really? It's all right if the episode was colour originally, but it was kind of lost and there's only a black and white print left. That's fine, what they did to Planet of the Daleks. But if it's in black and white, it's in black and white, you know? You know, colorizing everything just because it's you know, the kids won't want to watch it in black and white anymore. It's like, you know, tough. There's lots of good old films out there in black and white. Just got to watch them. I mean, when you get older, you'll appreciate it more because it's, you know, it was the sign of the times. But I think it's ridiculous, to tell you the honest truth. I mean, The Cage was recolorized because it was originally going to be a released episode. I can understand that. As I said, I can understand, you know, I can also understand Planet of the Daleks. But what are they doing?
Well, apparently as well, I knew this as well, actually, because I spoke about it briefly, but it's been shaved down to 70 minutes as well, which they seem to be doing a lot with the class. I suppose they're probably taking out the parts that are not really relevant and stuff like that. But to us fans that have seen the, we like to see the whole thing in its entirety. I heard the Khaleds. Apparently, some people have got it in their heads that he's going to do something with Genesis of the Daleks, and he's gonna.
No, I know what it is.
Oh, I doubt he'll do that. It's probably just, you know. It adds
No,
this
no, I know you
building.
don't read them, but Rabbi brought this up. It's probably got to do with the comic books in Doctor Who magazine. That's what we've got to do.
So yeah, Cinnamon, you a fan of colorized episode, colorized stories of the classic Who? Because you're obviously younger than yourself and PD, so it probably primarily be aimed at Doctor Who fans like yourself, because obviously we love the black and white. I do like William Hartnell and Troughton's era in black and white, even the animations. I watch them in black and white. But well, what are your thoughts and feelings on it?
Pretty much the same. It's not to replace the 60s. I think that's the thing. There's a lot of people who are purists and don't touch it. I think it's a nice gimmick. That's all it is. It's sort of adjacent to those YouTube videos you'd see from years ago. Oh, look at that! It's a 5-minute clip of a random 60s story, 5 minutes of it colorized, just to see it. Yeah, I'm a bit late. Same with PD. Actually, I think people need to just grow up and accept that this is what TV and movies were like and made back then. It is what it is. It's part of history. I saw some comment earlier that was like, I can't watch it. And I said, well, why? Well, what's actually stopping you? Have you just got that sort of short attention span?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a nice gimmick. I mean, it's like, I suppose trimming it down. I mean, I can't remember actually how long the original story was. It's like 7 parts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, to trim it down to 70 minutes, I mean, they must be cutting a lot of fat off it.
Yeah.
I mean,
totally.
I suppose it's similar to what they did with Tales of the Tardis. I haven't really watched them all. I've only watched 2 of them, but they cut Mind Robber down and they basically chopped a few bits off that, and you can still follow it along. I don't know. It's a nice little thing, I suppose. It's not. If it was to replace the original, then I'd be obviously very annoyed by it. But I'm a bit indifferent to it. It's nice to have it, I guess. But I wouldn't. It wouldn't make a big deal if we didn't have it either. I suppose if we ever get round to having a season 1, well, it's if they count as a whole Steph Coburn thing. But if they were to ever release a season 1 on the Blu-ray collection, I suppose it'd be a nice little, an extra feature or something, and to stick on that, I suppose.
Yeah.
They've
cut 100 minutes out of it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Is that how much it is?
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
175
that
minutes.
sounds like a lot of time. It's a lot of context and a lot of important scenes. I'd have thought. I mean, surely you can only cut some it down to so much until it doesn't make any coherent sense anymore.
Yeah. I'll put the Fujabble in the private chat. Just a second.
So some casting news for as you already know, season 1 of Shooty's era has already, it's already wrapped up ages ago, and they've already started filming for season or series 2. I don't know.
I'm still calling it season 15. I don't care what Russell says.
I thought it's serious. Anyway, Bridgerton star and Derry Girl star Nicola Coughlan set to trade the ballroom for the TARDIS as she joins the cast of Doctor Who. She's Irish. She's Galway-born actress, has made a huge impact in the film and television, having starred in the standout roles such as the hilarious Claire Devlin in award-winning drama comedy series Derry Girls. So apparently, Nicola is set to make a big impact when she takes a trip through time and space in this exciting, undisclosed role. On joining Doctor Who, Nicola Coughlan said, "I'm excited to join the Whoniverse under the leadership of RTD. I have been a fan of Shooty for some time, and getting to share the screen with him as the Doctor has been an absolute joy." The showrunner responded by saying, "This has been the most brilliant shoot with Nicola lighting up the set and bringing joy from Derry via Bridgerton to the TARDIS. It's a trip of a lifetime." Now, she is a good actress. I watched the Derry Girls and I was a fan of the Derry Girls. I know there's some people out there that aren't a fan of the Derry Girls. It'd be very interesting to see what kind of character she actually plays, because in Derry Girls, she played an LGBT character, So it'll be very interesting to see what RTD is going to do here with her character. But anywhere she's been and any set she has been on, it has been said of her that she's an absolute joy to work with. But yeah, kind of hoping it works out because I'm Irish and she's from Galway and she's a fellow uh, Irish citizen. So I'd like her to do well. I just hope, her character is just, well written and he keeps the nonsense. But we'll get to that at some point. But yeah, I think it's look, she's done well the past few years. She's only a guest star. I'm assuming, so I don't think anybody needs to kind of worry about her being full time. But she was one of the names that were mentioned in relation to the companion role. Her name along with
Rosalie Ellingham.
Yeah. Who's look, it seems to be that all the names that were mentioned are probably going to appear in the show at some time or another, because that's the way it looks to me. I say good luck to her, but we'll have to see after the 60th anniversary and after Shooty's first season where state of Doctor Who is it actually any good, or is he going to go down the Disney route and
And they know each other, I think, as well, because when they announced Shooty, when they did the whole red carpet thing, she had some pink dress on and she hosted some award thing or something. And they were seen holding hands together. So I guess they've got previous.
Well, Gobster says we all know she will be trans or asexual, etc. character. We can all see where this is going to go. Yeah, I would have to agree with that on the evidence of all the casting that he's done so far. Yes, I would have to agree with that. And it's not a conspiracy theory or anything. It's actually a fact. And anybody out there that has a problem with facts, well, that's on you, not on us. But it is a fact that if you look, there has been an increase of the casting of LGBTQ plus characters into Doctor Who, or actors and actresses, I should say, or that's the right term. I don't know what you call a trans person.
I always thought actors was a fairly non-gendered term anyway, but then you started hearing words like actress. I thought then heroine and heroine or whatever you would say it.
Yeah.
It's like hero is hero. A man could be a hero, a woman could be. Why do you have to have a separate word for it?
Yeah.
And again, you've got to see all the product placement. Beat the Meat is being brought in because, listen, Christmas time, Beat the Meat is going to fly off the shelves. I mean, I have to say, the photographs that they've thrown up look really impressive. I have to say, the CGI does look really impressive. Can he deliver?
So it should be, really.
Well, it should be, yes. With the influx of cash that they have now, we'd expect it to be a lot better than what we got first time round. But the castings have, they're always where fans are going to judge. And right now, it's a fact that there has been an increase in LGBTQ plus castings going on with Doctor Who. And while nobody has a problem with that if it wasn't the focus, the problem is that, over the last few years, this is the way Hollywood, BBC especially, Disney, this is the direction that they actually do go in. I mean, the Marvels there is at the crashing and burning, and yet they're still talking about other crap, bringing out other crap. Like, they still haven't learned their lessons. They're talking about more feminist movies. I mean, how many times, even Disney, how many times do you have to make a flop before you realize that the audience is sick and tired of all of this? And it's funny that they blame men on the Marvels failing, yet Barbie did very well.
Exactly,
and all the women went out and supported Barbie. So I'd ask the question, why isn't all the women going out and supporting Marvel and making it just as successful as Barbie? I'll tell you what.
It's clearly tailored towards Samuel L. Jackson with his little black girl power right at the end of the trailer. Clearly, that's their target audience.
Brie Larson, she burnt her bridges during the first movie. Nobody was ever going to get on board with this. This is why he's brought in the extra characters as well, screen time of Brie Larson, that people might actually enjoy the movie. But she burnt her bridges. But just keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again and expecting different results. What was it? Albert Einstein said that's a sign of madness if you keep repeating the same mistake over and over again.
Same experiment over and over again.
Expecting different results. You're not going to get different results.
It's their problem, you know. They just don't know what they're doing. I mean, it's right. It's about the Barbie. Barbie did it far better than Marvel's ever did. And it's ridiculous. It's like then going on. Oh, it's men again, and it's like they find out that for like the most women didn't go and see it anyway. So, like, what are you talking about? Context is key. That's out of context, you know.
Yeah, my niece went to see it because she's in a bit of a Barbie phase at the moment, and even my mother, who was like the least political person you probably ever meet, even she was like, "Nah, it's not a children's film. It's not a film aimed for kids."
Yeah,
even she could tell it.
Yeah.
So when are the media? Because it's been a while since I've done this now. So the premiere of the Star Beast happened recently. Obviously, it was closed off to those that were able to get invited, and of course, all of the press. When do they actually do their spoiler-free review of the episode? Is it a week before it actually drops? Isn't it? Isn't that how it usually works or something? Because it'll be interesting to see how the press report on this episode. Because remember, a lot of the press have lost the trust of the fan base because of their absolute shambles of reporting of the previous era. You know, I really do sincerely hope that it is a success, because, you know, we all want to get behind this show. We all want it to be the best version that it can be. I just have my doubts right now. But that can all change. You know, but anytime RTD opens his mouth, I mean, he did an interview recently, and this is the next topic, obviously. So RTD says that you live a lonely life if you have an issue with
I mean, he's the one with no kids.
Yeah, or a partner anymore. So yeah,
right. Transgenderism. So you know, I would just like to say to RTD though, if I could, to his face, and this is what I would say to you. I'll say, look, here's the thing. Nobody had an issue with drag queens. Nobody had an issue with trans people until they start involving kids.
Yeah.
Right? It's as simple as that. As soon as you involve the kids, people are going to speak up.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay? So no, it's not that people live lonely lives, right? People are concerned about the children.
People have
values. As I said, if you're a grown-ass adult, I don't understand it, never will. But if you're a grown-ass adult and you decide that you're born in the wrong body, you knock yourself out, but don't impose your will on me and other people in society, you know, expecting to be treated any differently than the rest of us, or expected to be elevated above the rest of us, which happens.
But he's naturally sympathetic towards them, because I think he looks at them and he sees the culture war, and he sees the whole trans debate, and he sees himself, because he sees the experiences of gay people through the 80s or the 70s and all that, and he feels like he has to stick out for them because he feels like that was him once. I heard that was once said, and I mean,
but as I said, none of this would have came to fore if the trans activists and the people that were openly pushing this towards our children, if they weren't doing that, there would be no issue, right? Nobody had. Listen, when we were growing up, we grew up with drag queens on fucking TV, men that dressed up as women on TV, right? We saw that on British TV quite a fucking lot, right? Even on Irish TV, we used to have a drag act read out the bingo numbers for the old ladies, the telly bingo, right? Nobody had a problem with drag queens or drag acts or trans people until they involved the kids, right? So that's the simple fact of the matter. And then he comes out with statements, well, Doctor Who is not for kids, but he knows exactly what he's doing when he makes that statement, because he knows kids today, if they're told not, like us all, we're told this is not for us, what's going to happen? We're going to tune in.
Yeah.
Right? So if he's pushing that agenda within the show, right, saying this show is not for kids, he knows exactly what he's doing. Right? And it's disingenuous, actually. And he shouldn't be using Doctor Who as a platform. It's as simple as that. Doctor Who's a sci-fi show.
Yeah.
It has covered issues before, okay? But it's done it in a balanced way. Let the
But the thing
audience.
with it's the same thing with Big Finish. There's a new run. I don't know. I can't remember. There's a new woman because obviously with Big Finish they have to hire a few women writers because they felt that they're getting criticism because of it. And there's a new recently released Eighth Doctor, Audacity, and it's this character and the writer is. I think she even says in sort of behind the scene extras about her experiences with men, and it's the whole her platforming her hatred of men through Big Finish. And it's like, was that really necessary? Did you have to bring?
But you see, they still don't. They still, and this is why Godstar and other people like myself, I'm still skeptical. I might be
Same here. Same here.
but I'm skeptical because can we really trust the bloke or a man that's been making the statements that he's been making lately?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the casting, you just have to look at the castings. There's definitely a shift. There's definitely a shift. Actually, if you were to probably count how many actually straight members of the actual crew, I don't know, or people in the shop, right? Maybe Ruby Tuesday, right? But we don't know how if Shooty's Doctor, because they keep, I mean, the ships keep saying he's gay, he's a gay doctor. If they go down that route, then there you go, gay doctor, trans characters coming in, all sorts of diversity, and then people wonder why we're skeptical.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a little theory, Noel, what's actually happening in the background, Russell T. Davis. Only a very slight one, but if you watch the documentary on Queer as Folk, it was a DVD version called What the Folk, you kind of realise that Russell T. Davis got this weird white guilt about Stonewall because they absolutely slated him for that, and so did the gay community for Queer as Folk. They said it was just too raunchy, too many gay people just having like promiscuous sex all the time. They had a massive go at it back then. So I think he might have a bit of white guilt over Queer as Folk, to tell you the honest truth. And that's why he's gone all pro Stonewall, pro this, pro that, and the other.
I don't know. There's definitely something because
Science going on with him.
We'll just have to wait and see with that one. But we don't have long to wait. As I said, so I'll explain how it's going to happen. So obviously the show comes back. I won't be doing it on the night. Just want to make that clear because I just don't want to do it on the night. Sure, I won't be watching it on the night anyway. I'll be doing I'll be doing something else anyway. I do be busy on Saturdays anyway. But after that, then I will be obviously giving my opinion on the very first story, Star Beast. I mean, I just saw it's the 60th. I just, I don't have the hype that I had for the 50th.
No. The 50th was amazing.
And
50th was a long time
I
ago
feel
now.
completely different.
Years, mate.
I feel completely different this time around. While I was skeptical about the 50th and Moffat's writing at that stage, I was still pretty hyped for the 50th. Even went to the cinema to see the 50th. but I just
Yeah.
don't have the excitement
No, I'm too
for this one.
skeptical. Yeah. What clenched it for the 50th with you? Because I'll tell you, it was Night the Doctor for me.
Yeah, I did like that.
That just clenched it.
That little mini story. That was.
Yeah. Best TARDIS I'd ever seen.
Probably
mean,
Tennant for me.
Yeah. I think it was definitely the McGann's little tiny appearance. What, Jesus Christ, he brought McGann back.
But even back then, I knew Paul McGann coming back was pretty big.
Yeah. He's always been
Well,
very
it
popular.
that was big. That was huge. I remember that because we've been calling for Paul McGann for years to come back, and then eventually they got him back because I think Moffat had dismissed the rumors for a few times during his era or resisted bringing him back. But then as he was trying to figure out how to bring Gallifrey back and all of this, and how to explain the War Doctor, and then it all fell into place. And
Yeah,
his cameo will still be up there as one of the best in my opinion.
And he fixed the whole regeneration thing as well that RTD stole and used for the Ninth Doctor, the regeneration. Fixed the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what I was always proud of him for doing. He fixed a massive plot point. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting times ahead. That's all I will say.
Yeah.
That. Let's see what else is there. I have to say, I've just looked at the colorized photos that they put up. I have to say, it looks like it's a great job.
Yeah, it's missing 100 minutes, so.
It reminds me of the early 70s with Pertwee. You know how they were originally in black and white, and then they went later and edited them and coloured them in.
Yeah.
And they look a bit like sort of hazy and a bit like humidity, like humid, and they look a bit fuzzy. Yeah, they look a bit off. Like, yeah, it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. It's all right for a couple of episodes. Was it Planet of the Dinosaurs and Planet of the Daleks? Invasion of Dinosaurs and Planet of the Daleks. They had to recolorize a couple of episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, so the premiere seemed to have went down very well. Anyway, everybody was dressed up and stuff, and the usual. We were all out in force. You had Sylvester McCoy there.
Oh, cool.
Was looking very dapper.
That was probably the day after I met them, actually.
Yeah.
Also, Colin Baker was there as well. All dressed up the eye. He's wearing Crocs. Carol Ann Ford was there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sophie Aldrup was there.
Yeah.
All
the classic female companions.
Kay Manning was there walking into walls, yeah.
All the classic female.
Russell Shedeur was obviously there.
Yeah.
Russell was there.
It did look good though. I mean, it did look good how they did present it, and the whole proper like cinema experience, and each seat had its own little TARDIS with popcorn. It was nice. See, this is the thing that is so. This is the thing I've always said. It's so like it's hot and cold because you listen to all the outside noise, and it's just it gets you down. You know, with Russell coming out and making his statements, and you think, for fuck's sake. But then you listen, and then
shut up, down. There wouldn't be any. But this is the thing. I need to say this because the reason why there is white noise is because he just can't keep his mouth shut, or his cast members can't keep their mouth shut. He just kept their mouth shut and talked about the show and talked about the characters that they're playing, and he talked about what he was planning on doing or giving us little snippets rather than coming out and slagging your audience off at every fucking opportunity that you get. No, I'm sorry, but the white noise is deserved until he shuts up. Right? If he shuts up and the cast shut up and they just get their heads down and get on with it, then there will be no white noise. Well, there will. There'll still be people that will be skeptical, but it won't be as bad. It won't be as bad. But it's going to continue to be bad as long as he keeps making statements like that. Right? It's as simple as that. As we said, no fucking issue with trans people until they start involving kids, right? And it's the same with fucking drag queens as well. Nobody had a fucking problem until they start doing the shit that they were doing. And we've all seen the video, right? And he supports that, right? He supports that. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I get where you're coming from. But and I know it annoys fans that are looking forward to it. That's fair enough. But there'd be none of this if he had just kept his mouth shut. Before, when he was announced, I said the one thing that RTD needs to do is stay away from controversy and don't come out with any outlandish fucking statements. I said that when he was announced, and he's done it ever fucking since.
Yeah.
So he fucking deserves everything that's being thrown
It's
at
like
him.
Dan. It's like Dan said. He's not quite on the ball as much as he thinks he is.
Yeah.
So he just needs to fucking cop on. That's it. That's all we're asking. Just shut your mouth and talk about the show. And the same with the actors and actresses that they bring in, and then we don't have a fucking issue, right?
Yeah.
Until we see what he's actually put on screen, and then if there's that, we do have an issue with them. We'll bring the fucking up. That's what fans do, right?
Yeah.
But until then, if he just shut up, there'll be no white noise.
Yeah.
That's all I'm just saying.
Also, no. Yeah.
I mean, when I said white noise, I meant white noise coming from him and all the rest of it, all the casting announcements, all the things that you look at.
We're talking about the fans as well, because the fans do. There'll be no nonsense going on in the fandom. There'll be nobody like me giving out about it, right? Or anybody else that covers this, or that has covered Doctor Who over the years. We wouldn't have an issue if they all had just kept their mouth shut. Same with the Jodie Whittaker era. All she had to do was keep her mouth shut.
Exactly.
Right?
There's a lot of straw man and false narratives as well, because the whole thing was, if you hate that Yasmin Finney's, and no one hates her. Let's get it right, Russell. No one hates Yasmin Finney on a deep level. There might be some idiot somewhere who generally has a deep hatred.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the majority of fans, right? No one hates her. We just disagree with the notion.
Anyway, we got me special guest who's joining us in the studio. So without ado, I bring it to you guys.
Dun, 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 dun.
The one and only Scottish Stavros and friends.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you back.
Right.
And he's here to rip whatever I know him. But anyway, welcome, Daniel. Welcome, boy. I do agree with the Gobstar. All the white noise is self-inflicted. I agree. All he needs to do is keep his mouth shut.
Here, I mean, it's the it's the 60th anniversary. You should be focusing on celebrating the show, not all of this
exactly
sort of background activism and stuff. You should be honouring like the diamond era of the show, basically. And you should be and you should be paying tribute to like all the surviving actors that are still around and the show. You don't need to be making the mistakes as a past era of the show. And like I would admit to you right now, I'm actually gonna give the 60th but beyond to the 60th, I'm just not sure it'll be from you because of the rhetoric that's come out of RTD's mouth, to be honest with you, and I'm very similar to the panel. It's not as though I have a But woman, if people from the Oz my or I think so. However, it's just the fact as the RTE's been sort of toxic about
Yeah.
it, and so ramming it down everybody's throat, and the show was supposed to be or everybody or some subset my or I think, and I just you as though RTE I need us full season back is just it's going to be a kill in it sure that it's not for us anymore, and I
Yeah.
genuinely and I genuinely feel the I genuinely feel the sex if it'll be the last time any of us will be able to reminisce about the show, because like this season after I I don't think it'll be or us as I've said, because he's RT he's put his all out very early, or very early on. I don't know what the rest of the panels he was about.
Yeah.
So would it be fair to say if even if he does deliver in the 60th for you, you don't think that when Shooty's first season airs, it's going to be for fans like us? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's that.
Do you think he delivered
Because
during the 60th? Do you think he will deliver, or are you still skeptical?
I'm, and I think, I'm, and I think there is some sort of potential. Oh, after six, yes, because as I think, because as I think it's a sort of a use on event, basically. It's just the fact that I've concerns about what comes after basically.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Totally
Yeah,
agree.
want I just don't feel as though there's any sort of um any sort of good vibes with this first season at all, basically. And you should see um and like it all starts back from the it all stand it all stems back from it all stems back from the old people for event, which I can't
Oh yeah.
remember the name
A red
of,
carpet event. Yeah.
forgive
Yeah. I
me.
remember it.
Yeah,
yeah, where he made the announcement, and then there was a bit of
And
preachiness.
yes,
the
Yeah,
the
that's what
tea and
started that
everything.
one.
Moving
And
the
then the
tea thing as
award
well. Yeah.
ceremony that we had after
yeah,
that, where he basically called all Tories. What was it? I can't mention the word,
Go
but
F themselves or something. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, everybody probably agreed with him at that stage because obviously,
I think they've
but
already F themselves
I
enough.
thought
Personally.
the thing about it
Well,
is
yeah, I
he's
think everyone
strong.
does agree, but the difference it's a bit different when you hear it from the common man who's affected
Yeah.
by it. When you've got someone who's from their ivory tower, who's a bit more well off,
yeah,
preaching to the
Yeah.
masses. Oh, do you know what? These guys are really terrible, guys. These are really bad people. Yeah, well, I know that.
No
I already
shit.
know that. I
Yeah.
don't need you to tell me that. And do you know what? Also, those people over there on the other side are also just as bad. That's
Yeah.
the thing. That's the one that
Yeah.
boils my, you know what?
Yeah.
It's just this constant. Oh, Tories are bad. Tories are bad. Yeah, when these are people on the other side of the room are a joke as well. They're all
Yeah.
jokes. All politicians are the
Exactly.
same.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, it's like this notion. Oh well, Labour would be better. Well, they wouldn't. I mean, I'm a bit young, but I'll have you people who are in this panel
Yeah.
who are a bit older. Man, you've lived through. Well, I've lived through Tony Blair, I think, but just towards the
Oh
end of it.
God, you poor
But
soul.
I wasn't old enough then. But you guys had that first-hand experience, and just to stick this
Oh,
pretentious sort of
yeah.
like, we can think for ourselves. I don't need to be told who's good and who's bad.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. The rhetoric lately from Parliament's been terrible. I mean, under Boris Johnson, it was like, we did this, we did that, you didn't do it because, and it's like all the same side saying the same thing over and again, like repeating this robotic answer. It's like, oh, just go away.
But I've learned speaking to someone in our Twitter group that
Yeah.
it's not worth it. I'll let everyone talk about it if they want to.
Yeah.
But when I see things like this, yeah, I roll my eyes and I'll watch the stream and maybe Rabbi or something will talk about it.
Yeah.
That's it. I just don't feed into it anymore. All I care about right now, all I care is the show. If he wants to mouth off, fine. That's absolutely his right. Do whatever. But all I care about is good stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you see the thing also, and I mean, he doesn't need to go down that road because he already know that he was progressive if his series that were asked him.
Yeah.
And for the most part, and for the most part, he chose his he chose his cast perfect the way they were asked. I just I just kind of feel how that's and she's in back from our for on it's just kind of me it's just kind of me made them a bit more insane basically. And he's sort of arming down the message to how everybody's or
Yeah.
and I think he forget it's actually us sure that it who he actually is to this
Yeah.
because it was because it was fans of the classic era and fans of 2005 like Ian anime and that helped actually make him who he is. And I
Yeah.
feel as and then and I feel as oh he's basically he's run everybody under the us if you know
Yeah. He
what
does.
if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you're saying, buddy. I know exactly what you're saying.
It kind of makes you long for the days of when Chipman was quiet. The
Yeah.
silent
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Chibnall. Yeah. He's getting thrusters again. Yeah, but I see this as well. I've even heard it back from some actors turning around and said he's always on set. Russell's always on set. They found it intimidating.
Yeah, I've heard
Chris Kelly always
that as
complained about
well.
that. Yeah.
Well, but I think I think the 60th anniversary will be a sort of, will be a sort of, ancient or the sort of road easing event, because that's why you've got,
Sorry, Craig
you've
Kelly. Sorry. Craig.
and often but I just actually feel that one that the popularity only be for the sex only be for the sex if I
Yeah.
never else though and like I'll happily tune into the 60th as I've said, because we've got some because we've got some new um um we've got some new we've got some new albums that we haven't actually seen in this series. I mean, it, I'm looking forward to seeing, but won't actually, I just don't actually see how how the season after is only perform all that
Wanted to
I
ask
spent
is, go on, Daniel, finish what you were saying there. Sorry, mate. It's just a delay in the audio. Go ahead.
especially especially because you've got the rumors about RTD in what having the Hicks have heard to the or a few times, and you need the Hicks help shift to the
Oh, we lost now.
them action ice, and I feel as it was here iconic characters, and I feel that would be a huge mistake not to have the X and series.
I don't know. I mean, I can see why he says it. I kind of agree with it. I mean, we have had them quite in abundance. Well, we haven't had a dedicated Dalek story since, what is it, Eve of the Daleks? But they
Yeah,
have quite appeared. They appeared in Flux, and then they appeared in Power of the Doctor. So I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I feel like 'cause it's like we expect it now. So I wouldn't be too against giving them a rest. I mean, I see it's more of an opportunity to give.
Yeah.
Because he said, I think he said no Daleks or there's no Daleks or Cybermen. I don't know if he said no classic villains at all, like we did for Series 11. So I
I
guess
think that
like if he brought back the Toymaker, what's stopping him from bringing back, I don't know, the Quarks or something like that?
yeah.
You know.
Galaxy
yeah
5 or something.
so long as he brings back some sort of classic villain, because you don't want a repeat series of 11, do you? Here it is all is all oriented audience should do kind of need a classic sort of in
I
the
agree.
series.
While I agree with you on the classic villains, I'm kind of sick and tired of the Daleks and the Cybermen now at this
Yeah,
stage.
they
I'd
are
like
overused.
they're overused. I would like them to tap into more other classic villains, maybe bring the
Tractors.
bring the Daleks back maybe for the second series, build it up.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I
Draconian.
was going to say.
But
Love to see
I'm actually
Draconians
sick.
again.
I'm actually sick of the Daleks and the
I
Cybermen.
think Stephen Moffat did it well with the Daleks in the end. He just had them appear in like a sequence from one episode. They're just like running past them or something.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing I feel that Chibnall kind of did with it. That
Yeah.
scene in Flux where they're just like, well, I wasn't even see. Was it CGI? There's like a couple of them just floating across the screen. Like it wasn't a Dalek dedicated story, but when you just have them appear like in the background, like they did in Power of the Doctor, it kind of, oh, there they are again. Like so, the next time you see it, it's not as like maybe snappy. I think I can't remember the feeling on the time, but I remember when Victor the Daleks came around. Kind of bigged up like this big surprise. The Daleks are back, but it's like, well, it hadn't been that long since we saw them before, had it? No, I suppose it took kind of 2000. It didn't have a full season for 2009, but I can't remember. But pretty much the same kind of thing. I think a good rest will do it good. Bring them back for the second season, but I think what they have to do, they have to have at least something to reassure fans. The same way that they did for the 11th Doctor, they had a reoccurring character, River Song there, with reoccurring villains as well. Same with Peter, when Peter Capaldi regenerated, or when Matt Smith regenerated into Peter, you had the Panosta gang, so you had some sort of familiar characters
Yeah.
there. I think you need something there that'll just tie it down. I know he's gone for this soft reboot thing, but I think it would help. I think it'd go a long way, because it's never harmed it before, so I don't see why it would now.
Yeah.
Right, well, we'll leave it there for the first Tardis Sound Talks in months. Obviously, we will obviously, when I get back up to date with everything, I will obviously start reporting a little bit more on it. So just bear, because obviously, just getting back into it feels a bit weird, got to be honest. But yeah, we will continue this conversation. And Daniel, you're more than welcome to come on anytime, buddy. Obviously, you're around for the 60th, so if you want to be part of the panels, obviously they won't be happening the night of the show. They'll probably be happening a couple of days after the fact. But if you're available, we can reassemble the old crew for the reviews of the specials. If you're up for that, you don't have to answer right now. Have a good think, a long think about it before you commit. Obviously, I know you're busy nowadays, and you've got your own channel up and running, and you've got your own stuff going on there. So have a think about it. Anyway, but what we will do is we'll go around the panel now. We will start with a very special guest, Scottish Stavros and Friends Wrestle with Pop Culture. So, Daniel, what have you got coming up on your channel, mate?
Don't actually have anything scheduled on the channel. I usually just kind of eat to see if I can be bothered. Actually, yeah, but yeah, but yeah, I just did I just I just did a I've I just did a I've I just did a live viewing of FM R and for that is an interesting conversation I had up pro our ants on that streaming
Fantastic.
About certain things and yeah, I may not have something on the channel this week, and it just depends how I'm you in
What he
or
means is basically he wants to see what happens with Celtic the weekend, and if Celtic win the weekend, more than likely he'll do a stream. If they don't win the weekend, he'll be pissed off and he won't stream. That's what it is, isn't it? Admit it. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, that sounds a bit so yeah, check that or email if you want. If you my so it's particularly here on the 6th, yes, anniversary and other stuff is as as well, and it was nice to actually have on that or email well, so that's the so that's the channel unsubscribe unsubscribe if you fancy Yeah.
Well, the link, PD Rich is putting all the links there to all the channels. Guys, good to see you back talking about who, says Rebecca Gold. I mean, you know, after having a chat with a couple of people, where was my boycott actually really getting me?
Yeah.
Well, this is a bit
I
like
mean,
I was saying in the chat
I mean,
yesterday.
I
Look,
wasn't,
there's a lot of
getting
people out
angry,
there with
was I?
a lot of people who are saying what they're saying. A lot of
Yeah,
people who are mouthing off in the media, and like I was saying,
Yeah.
like I think Rabbi said this as well. Why should I deprive myself of something potentially good just because of some knob of
Exactly.
whoever runs it? Like you're a Doctor Who fan, you have been all your life. You obviously love the show, and obviously you said what you said because you cared. You didn't just say because you hate it. We all criticised it because we cared. It comes
Yeah.
from a place of love.
Yeah.
Despite all what the idiots say, get out of the fandom. It was never about that. This is the thing. No one ever understands anyone anymore. It's all these straw man and false. Oh, you must hate Yasmin. No, we
That's
don't
it.
hate her.
That's it.
It's all.
Yeah.
No one actually listens. It's like what we felt. You said what you said because that was what you felt at the time, and you were completely within your rights to feel the way you did, and entitled to, and you were completely fair to feel that way.
Yeah.
And you'll probably have a few of the idiots with either channels. Oh,
Yeah.
no, Noel broke his promise, or Noel's coming back, and you know what?
Oh,
Forget
I've
that.
already seen that from some
Yeah, you will. They'll pop out, and they'll come out, and they'll say, "Oh, well, that lasted long, didn't it?" But it's for them who were clutching at their pearls, who were rubbing their hands together, sneering and smiling. Oh, that lasted long.
Yeah.
Grow up, get a life.
Anyway,
Anyway,
the
Why don't you go
moment.
sort out your own channels that are failing and concentrate on your
Yeah.
own channel, and we'll
Yeah.
stick with
look,
ours.
it doesn't matter. Look, the bottom line is this, right? I'm back doing this, right? If
Yeah.
people have a problem with it, that's their issue. If people
Yeah.
think that I've given up, listen, I boycotted for as long as I could, right? Everybody else was going to watch it anyway. Why, as Cinnamon said, why should I deprive myself? I am a Doctor Who fan after all.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
still angry with
I
RTD,
understand.
but if he delivers on the 60th anniversary, kudos on him. I'll come out and praise him. And you know, I will say fair dues, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to series one of Shooty's new era, the new era of Doctor Who, I believe. And then we'll see then if that holds up like the 60th anniversary.
Yeah.
And if it
Exactly.
doesn't,
No.
well then,
No.
you know, it doesn't, then I'll just have to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
It's up to RTD to convince me and other fans that this show, that we're still part of this. That's all I want.
This is my point. It's up to him. It's not up to you. You haven't got to do anything. You don't owe anybody anything. It's up to him to prove to you that it's still good. Because this is the thing I was saying earlier. It's so hot and cold because everything I see actually in the show excites me. Probably everyone like I know in our sort of community, I'm probably the most excited for the new era. I generally am. Call me crazy, but I generally am. I see certain things like casting announcements, and I think, well, you know, okay, but you know. But I still, when I see stuff that like they put in all, I see how they're promoting it, and I see, okay, they put all these episodes on iPlayer. Okay, they've had this, they're putting like a universe together. Oh, maybe it just brings out the inner child in me. But then I see, and I thought, well, I know what Russell believes, I know what he says, but I know he is good. I've watched some of his recent. He can do it. He's definitely got the quality. And I just think if we all band together and we all just tackle it head on, and we get the old gang back together, I think we could be in for a surprise. And if not, then like we always said from day one, and I remember it, we all said we were going to give it a chance. And if it doesn't work out,
this is what I'll do. I'm gonna obviously be different than the way I used to do things. You know, if I don't like it, I will just say what I have to say and move on to the next episode. It's as simple as that. But I'm not going to be getting upset and losing night's sleep over this rubbish or the fandom again. Bottom line is this: it's up to RTD to deliver now. Can he? Let's see what happens. But let's move on. Cinnamon, give your channel a mention there, and if you want to do your social media as well, go ahead.
Just before that, now, can I just say one thing? It is the 60th anniversary, mate. So you know, you've got just as entitled to celebrate with or commiserate with everybody else. So you know,
well,
it's the 60th.
I know that. I know. Listen, you don't have to just look at. There's going to be people out there that are having a right laugh at me, right, and that's fine, fair enough, right? I don't care. I'm not bothered. If
Yeah.
you're sad and pathetic and you want to slag people off because they've changed their mind, like people always do, well then that's on you. It's not on me. I'm entitled to feel the way I felt these last couple of months, say the things that I've said these last couple of months. And the reason why I am giving the 60 to go is because I do. I am a fan of Doctor Who, and it would be stupid of me, quite frankly, because I'll be out straight. A lot of people have felt let down that are grounded, and I moved on. And some of those people have made their feelings clear, and some people have been literally begging me. Right, you can see it in some of the comment sections. They've been begging me to do the 60th anniversary. Even in the live chat, people constantly asking me, "No, you have to do it. You have to do it," because obviously people appreciate the people that I bring on and appreciate my opinion and their opinions. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'll do it after the fact. And I do agree with you, Rebecca Gold, about the castings. By the way, I said that right at the very start of the stream. I do agree with you. I mean, there is definitely a shift in the casting requirements. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah.
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a fucking fact. But anyway, we'll leave it there because I am actually running over time because I've got other stuff to do, unfortunately.
I think that Rebecca Gold will know because he's a professional director after all and works for Netflix. Yeah.
That's it. But anyway, we will move on to Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Sorry,
and then
Cinnamon.
We'll
get Go ahead, buddy.
Then we'll get PD to do the other channel shout-outs as well as Rabbis and all of that, and then I'll let you know what's coming on here. So, Cinnamon, go ahead.
Well, YouTube channel's pretty much non-existent, but maybe I'll do something within the future. I know I always say that, but
maybe, just maybe.
I think I need to be realistic about the content, and I do. I have these big ideas, and I think I need to do something that's more maybe suited to me. But who knows? But you can definitely follow me on Twitter at RealBBeckett. You'll most likely see me usually in this chat or sometimes on the panels, or sometimes pop in from Rabbi's stream from time to time. But yeah.
And he does join me sometimes for some gaming streams. We have another gaming
stream. The most important of all is is killing zombies with Noel. I do get a kick out of that. I enjoy that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, because I'm an awful moron. Anyway, on to PD Rich, who's going to give you a shitload of channels and obviously let you know what he's up to as well. So, PD, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you can go to Rabbi's channel. You might find me in a chat moderating for him and for a few others. I'm there. Go to Gobby's channel. Go to Cinnamon's channel, as he's just said. Go to Jack Main's channel. Yes.
Yeah, Jack.
Go Type 40. Yeah. And also check out our good friend Rebecca Gold.
Yeah, and problem being an Aldred audio visual, we haven't given that a shout out in a while because some people think that me and Lee are actually fighting or something. It's actually pathetic. We're not fighting. Lee is busy.
No, not around,
Lee, I already found out actually last night that Lee was actually backing off Twitter because he got pulled up on a post because he's fighting a bunch of bloody I can't say it, bad Germans of the 1930s kind of people. Yeah. So they keep reporting them and all of that. But no, we're very much still talking. It's just he's busy right now. But when he does come back, he'll be back with Chris. As you seen last week, Chris joined us for Friday Night Contact. I don't know if he's joining us this week, but he said give him a shout, so I'll give him a shout. But we will be back here as usual tomorrow for the Movie Zone. Then on Friday, we have Friday Night Contact. Saturday, we have Classic Who Zone with myself, Queen Charlotte, PD Rich, and Real Super Doctor. And we do all things Classic Who there. Every Wednesday now is going to be the Tardis Zone Talks. Obviously, then when the 60th anniversaries come along, we will obviously shift it to accommodate the day that we decide to do the panel on. But that is back. We've also got obviously the Classic Who Zone, and of course we have this coming up, which I will throw up on screen right now. I've had this prepped all day. I actually put this together myself. I made this myself. So So I hope you like it. So this is what's coming up on the channel very soon in less than 2 weeks' time.
Lovely job.
Yep.
So there you go. There you go. I don't know if you can hear me because this bloody computer.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Right, grand.
They
I think
can
the
hear you.
right, grand. I think the trailer is going to play again because this StreamYard has been absolutely. So I'll put that together.
Oh.
That didn't work.
Give it a kick.
Yep. Put some oil in it.
There we go. We should be okay now there because I've pulled everything out. Anyway, yes, I will be reviewing the 60th. Obviously, it will depend on how good, the bad the 60th is, on whether it will be. Like Daniel a bit, though, this is probably the last chance saloon. I'm hoping that RTD delivers. And if he does, kudos on him. And let's see what he brings and shoot his first era. But there's still a skeptical part of me that believes that
just quickly,
happen. But, right.
Did you hear the rumor about Disney Plus?
No.
I did.
It's merging with Hulu and Comcast.
Nice.
Well, it needs down next month, apparently.
Well, we'll see what happens anyway. We will cover that on Friday night.
Keep watching the sky.
Come and join me for that. So, PD, do you have that link or anything like that? Send it to me, and I'll save the link.
To you. It was from Behind the Magic. Well, it's WWE Pros Inside the Magic. WWE Pros, right? So I'll find the link again.
All right, fantastic. Right, I'm gonna leave it there, wrap it up because I have to actually fly off. I have to fly out. It's 8:10, so the shop closes at 9 o'clock. So I have to get my ass down to the shop because I promised. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave it there. So thank you for joining me. Come and join me all during the week, as I said, and then obviously a stream on the other channels. When I stream on the other channels, I'll give you an update on them when I actually do. Obviously, the international football break is on, so I'm not streaming on the Man United channel, but I did do a stream today on the channel talking about Sir Jim Ratcliffe's imminent 25% stake in Manchester United. So if you're a football fan, get your ass over there and watch that stream and support me over there as well, if you don't mind. We've got 82 subscribers now over on that channel, so we're building it up nice and steady. And I'm really enjoying doing the match reactions over there. So join me over there. That's Noel the Red Devil. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for that link, PD. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you all very soon. I want to thank Scottish Stavros for joining us this week. Also, our other special guest, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Pleasure having you.
Very special.
And of course, we've got our regular here, the one and only Mr. PD Rich. And we will see you all very, very soon. Have a good evening. Look after yourselves. Stay warm.
Stay crunchy.
Stay warm. And we will see. Stay crunchy. And we will see you for the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves as we end this stream. Have a good night.